good. Hello, and welcome back to this edition of Bayou Time. I'm your host, Keith Whiteside, licensed clinical social worker with Terrebonne Home Care. Very glad you're joining us, however you may be joining us. We appreciate it. And yes, people make comments all the time when the set just gets so much better looking. Never in the history of my 11 years does it get much better looking than this. As we welcome in Chrissy Trosclair. Chrissy, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
All right, we'll appreciate it. I'm going to let Chrissy and Courtney tell you about all of the different things that they do. I'll just introduce them because we didn't have time or have enough space to put all of the things that y'all do. Sitting next to her, my friend Courtney Kyra. Courtney, thanks for joining us as well.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. So, Chrissy, one of the things that's very exciting is to always raise money and help people, but you guys do this all day, every day. Tell us a little bit about you so people get to know who Chrissy is.
Chrissy Trosclair. I work for St. Catherine's Hospice, and one of my job responsibilities is community involvement, making sure that people know that my company wants to support people in the community and organizations. So for years now, I have, with the help of Amy with CASA, run the Crawdaddy's Crawfish Boil Off, which raises money for multiple organizations. We'll go into that later.
Right.
With Courtney, we have a group called Crew of Care,
Right.
and that is an individual group of healthcare providers providing services and resources to patients, families, facilities, social workers, just a resource to get accurate information on healthcare. And then I'm part of the SNO Senior Networking Organization, which is the organization that Courtney runs.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just all about community involvement, helping patients, helping families, and being there when people need us, not us needing them.
Well, it's a really good point. Courtney, we'll do the same thing for you. Just, again, let people know who you, I mean, Chrissy and I know who you are and how wonderful you are, but just let people know who you are. Everybody knows that you're over at the Broadway, but tell them a little bit more about the things that you've been doing.
Well, thank you so much. To back a lot of the things that Chrissy said is we really get involved in the community, and working for the Broadway, we're a nonprofit, and that's my biggest role, is to get out there, get the support that our community needs. What are we seeing is needed? So one of the things that I always saw was needed was more support for dementia care. And we were always involved in different groups, and we recently started Bayou Region Alzheimer's Services. And with that, we bring support groups and also just awareness to the cause. And that's what this Crawfish Cook-Off is going to be able to go to, raise money to bring more funds to that, to where we can help more people in our community. Another group that I am the chair for is the Senior Networking Organization.
Right.
And what we do is we meet monthly with other groups to go over what we see in the community is needed. Also, just to talk about different things for how we can bring it back to our patients and support that's there. Because I think that is one of the biggest missing links in our community is the resources, getting it to the families. I know community involvement is always extremely important, and that's what we do, but just getting those resources to them to where they know that they actually have support in our local community.
Yeah, and one of those things, you know, people find out all the time. One of the things Courtney and I spend a lot of time doing, Chrissy helps support, is those services, those Alzheimer's services, and that's where Bayou Region Alzheimer's Services kind of started with, in as much as we have some of these larger organizations who like to get involved, but sometimes we need to reevaluate and say, what does our community need? So great point, Chrissy, about not just assuming that what the need is, but listening to what the need is. And that's what CASA does, and that's what SNO does, and that's what Bayou Region Alzheimer's Services do. And that's why it's so very important that we find ways to spend our time, energy, and money helping those people and get them the help that they need and the help that they really want. So many organizations kind of raise money and throw money at things without looking at what the need is. But these organizations really do that, right?
Mm-hmm. And every patient and every family is so different that we can't have a cookie cutter mold that's going to fit everybody. Because even though you and I may have the same diagnosis, our family dynamics and our progression is going to be different. So our needs are not going to always be the exact same.
Right.
And our finances will be different as well. So
Yeah.
what one of us may be able to afford may be a struggle for the next person.
Right. And one of the things that I talk about so very often on this show and quite often in our support groups is about the gift of presence. And that's just one of those things that I'm very, very proud to partner with both of you in all of the organizations we just talked about. We do all of those together, which is really, really nice. But we're present. And we're out there seeing what the need is and listening to what the need is. And we get to talk to this group of some 40 or 50 people in snow to say, hey, who can help with this? Some of my favorite snow meetings are when people go, hey, I need this. And 4 or 5 people go, what about this? What about this? What about this? That's where that's so very valuable. And we need organizations like St. Catherine's and like the Broadway who say, oh, no. If there's a community need, we're going to help. And that's what's so very nice about that. It's very nice about Terrebonne Home Care being a part of that as well. When they say, hey, we have an NASW meeting, who's gonna help do that? And before I can answer the question, Christy and Courtney have said, we can do it. And so we get those answers. And it leads right into one of the big things that we do support and providing information is the Dementia Care Conference, which is set for June 30th this year. And so it's a combination and a partnership. Partnership, keyword, we're going to talk about it a lot in our next segment, partnering with NASW to provide support for social workers and education, but providing support, knowledge, and education for wherever those people are that need that dementia education. It's been so very valuable, so very glad that we can get back to it and doing it this year. And so all of those things are the things that we're excited about being able to do. We certainly appreciate seeing you guys being in the community, helping the community, and quite frankly, being part of that community. So we're going to talk about this Crawdaddy's Crawfish Boil Off. It's at the Chack Bay Fairgrounds. Put that flyer up if you don't mind. I want people to know what they can look forward to. So it will be at the Chack Bay Fairgrounds. It is Friday, March 31st and Saturday, April 1st. No, I am not fooling you. You can come out on Friday and Saturday. It's all you can eat crawfish. And so, Chrissy, let's talk a little bit about this, as you're the chair, about this event and how exciting it is to be back.
Oh, it's amazing. People in the community, the organizations, everybody looks forward to it. It's a great family fun day. You come in at 11 when the gates open, crawfish is ready. You can get as much crawfish from each individual booth, go try it. We have a acoustic guitarist who's gonna be playing music from 11 to 1 for people to enjoy.
Wow.
And then everybody loves Knock New and the Waumatus. They're a great Cajun Zydeco band. They write their own music. So it's just a great day for the community to get together while raising money for wonderful organizations that provide support that our community needs.
And on Friday night, they can come and see Kings of Leon, right?
Correct. And Friday night is for the fire department only, so there's not
Okay.
going to be boiled crawfish on
Right,
Friday.
right.
They will have other food options to buy, and Friday night is 18 and older.
Okay.
So it's an adult event on Friday night, and then Saturday is for the full family, including a kids zone, cotton candy, cookies, like anything that you can imagine that would make kids happy. I think we're going to have a pony ride out there as well.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh my. So with horses. So very cool. So Friday night, wonderful event, Kings of Leon from 7 to 1, beer, soft drinks, and fried fish. An adult event, 18 and older. And then bring the kids out starting at 11 o'clock on Saturday. One of my favorite things is, let's talk about where the money goes and who it's helping.
So originally it started off, I was working for the ALS Association, and the owner of Crawdaddy's wanted to have an event to raise money for ALS patients and families, and then also Casa of Lafourche. So we started off very small, downtown Thibodaux, and then through the years, we wanted to continue to expand. People tend to come out if they're supporting an organization that they can relate to.
Right.
So most of the individuals who need the support from Casa are not the ones who are going to come out and always get it. Maybe like the grandparents or,
Right.
but as those people immediately need the support until they rebound and get back to where they can support their children correctly, they're not the ones that are coming out.
Right.
Some of their family members may. And then ALS patients, their patients and families come, but that's a very small percentage of our population. Thankfully,
Right.
thankfully.
Right.
So then we brought in the American Cancer Society Relay for Life in Lafourche, and we could all probably say that we've known somebody or we currently know somebody with cancer. So we really wanted to support that part of our community.
Right.
And then Courtney and I do so much work together, and she brought up the need for the Bayou Region's Alzheimer's, so we brought them in, and then the fire department is a huge asset to the event, and they help so much. So we have all 5 organizations working together. Everybody gets a portion of the proceeds, and everybody gets a portion of the responsibility of building the event as well.
Yeah, and again, it's that gift of presence. It says, hey, come out and help. We want to support our community. We want to support all the people in the community with those 5 organizations that are providing that help. You're going to get some of the money, but come work with us.
Correct.
Right? It's about getting our hands dirty, to quote a friend of mine from many, many years ago. Jen, put the flyer back up. I want people to know what to do and where they can go to see that. And again, want to make sure that you know at the Chack Bay Fairgrounds on Friday, March 31st, as Chrissy told us a little bit about, the concert with Kings of Neon there, 7 to 10. It's an adult event, beer, soft drinks, and fried fish. And that one is $10 admission. And so 18 and older. Then on Saturday, it's the family event. Come on down April 1st at 11 a.m. All you can eat crawfish. I can't ever say the name of that band. Chrissy, say it again.
Knock New and the Wild Matus.
See, so easy for her. I love it. There's an auction in Kids Zone, and the acoustics from 11 to 1. We're looking forward to that. Some soothing music as you down your crawfish. That's from Harley Talbot Acoustics, who's going to be doing that. And so it's one of those things that we're really excited about. Y'all are still looking for people to come and boil, right?
We are. So you could either buy tickets, you can get a crawfish boiling team, which is 4 people. You get 2 sacks of crawfish, corn, potatoes, and propane, and it's $250. And then if you're boiling, you come out around 9 in the morning, set up your area. If you have your company that you want to sponsor, you can bring your company tent, promote your business while you're there. But overall, just a wonderful event for the community.
And we're going to trust in God that it's going to be beautiful weather for Friday and Saturday.
So the Crawfish Bowl is a lot like Tiger Stadium. It never rains.
I know that's right. So it never rains on a wonderful time.
Correct.
And so the Crawfish Ball is going to do that. Just a few words as we close here about the excitement about the event and what it does for the community.
I can't say enough about it. It's wonderful. It's family friendly. It's giving back. You're making a contribution while having a good time. What more can we ask for?
I know that's right. Courtney, excitement about Bayou Region Alzheimer's Services getting some of those funds this year.
I am so excited that we actually got included in this year, and I think it's going to bring a lot in, and it's also awareness of our cause. And so come out. We have a lot of supporters that come out to our support groups that just want to get out and go do something fun. So I think that's the biggest thing for me is I'm excited to be a part of it and get our information out there to our community.
Yep. Last thought.
You can get tickets or sponsor on Eventbrite at Crawdaddy's Weekend 2023. Just go to tickets and all of the sponsorships, all of the ticket purchases, and you can buy a weekend ticket for $25 and save a little extra.
What a bargain. Ladies, thank you so very much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, guys, that'll do it for this particular segment. Don't go anywhere. I like my local programming right here on HTV.